great joy to be in front of you today with my lovely wife, the Group Managing Director of Pwan Group Business Opportunity. I want to open up the story that led to this formation. 8 years ago, exactly 8 years ago, we were practically homeless. We had lost our business in Ikeja. We were doing millions per month. Lost our business, lost our home in Ikeja, and came down to Ajah to look for better opportunities. And we were in debt of over 30 million naira. And we didn't want, maybe use the word, to be arrested by anybody. We had to move down to Ajah to look for ways to solve that problem. For 2 years, from 2010 to 2011, from 2009 December to 2012 May, we were practically homeless, lived in 13 different locations. Not homes. I beg to stay. You know what I mean by that? Sometimes we're hotels, sometimes we're churches. We move from place to place. Yesterday I was going to the mainland. As I was coming out of VGC, I saw 2 kids sleeping under the sun by the junction. I told my driver to stop. I kept on looking at these 2 people. And I said to myself, these people, these cute kids have parents, but there is no money. And I wish I can save the world. They were sleeping by the filling station, carrying the goods they were selling. I said to myself, when will we solve the problem of poverty in this country? At a stage you get to in life, when you have made money and impact in people's lives, you're not looking for money again for yourself. That is the stage I and my wife have got into. We are not looking for money to eat. We're not looking for money to drive car. We're not looking for money to live in a house. If we didn't take this opportunity of trying to sell a land for somebody else in 2011 December, when we saw the flyer of another company in the stadium at the Full Gospel Businessmen Fellowship International Convention, and we started marketing, and in 5 months God gave us speed. We were able to sell 126 plots in 5 months, and just in 3 months of that 5 months was no sales. 2 months after that, the heavens opened up on us, and people were just paying in money left, right, and center. And having gotten to this stage, Robert Kiyosaki has a 4-quadrant that says self-employed, employed, self-employed, businessman, investor. At the level of this business, most of you are already getting there. Some of you are already getting there. We have become investors. We have what is called cash flow. And that's because we said yes to picking up a flyer in Full Gospel, and we got into the car of our friend called Syke, and I was looking at the flyer, she was looking at that one, I showed it to her, she showed me to her, and said, do you know what? We are going to help these people sell their land, and we'll make money to rent our house. How much were we looking for? 300,000 naira. To pay for a flat in Eputu, the half of a bungalow that existed in Eputu. In trying to sell that land, we made so much money that we moved into a duplex at Asajon, number 8 Asajon Street. From there, we moved into VGC. A lot of people are crying out there looking for a place to sleep every night like us. Every night. You are joining this business not because of yourself. P1 Homes has a foundation called P1 Homes Foundation. And on that pedestal, the Group Managing Director and I, with the directors of all the other affiliates, decided to come up with a program called Home for All. We are going to give house accommodation to 4 families every month from August and henceforth. We're going to call them out. We're going to pay for their rent. I'm going to show them the way to make money to sustain that rent. And we need your support. We need you to be in this for us. The first set of families will be called out. There was an interview done on Saturday at our venue at Press Network, that is Falkland office, where the Group Managing Director and several other people sat down, and they had invited people who had stories that could make you weep. And we started to take up the rent of 4 people, 4 families, with genuine stories, with genuine life experiences that conveyed the fact that these people cannot pay their house rent. When you have made money, the next thing is to create impact in people's lives. If you continue to take the money that you make in this business and keep it for yourself, if there is no channel through which that money passes to other people, the pipe will fill up and the money will stop coming in. But as long as you keep remembering people and keep channeling that money out, you will continue to grow, you continue to impact, you continue to have people around you. So joining me on this stage, Mrs. Vera Oberabo and Tosi Adewale. I need you to come and read out the names of the people.
I feel like when I go, yes, Oshua, is she here? There are the 4 people that made the decision, so let them tell us what the decision was and how they arrived at it. Of course, the 5th person is my EA, but she's not here right now. Okay.
Now, what we are doing here is just we're mentioning their names. Once, one after the other, we would go to the houses we are going to rent for them. And with the following of our partners here, we would allocate that house to them and equip it with some furniture and give it to them. Because God wiped our tears when we were crying that we didn't have a home. People should always have a home. And I hope when this is done for them, that they will realize that they have to also make money to do the same for others. Thank you very much.
Pwan is making sense!
Thank you very much, the Group Managing Director and the Chairman of the Pwan Group. We had a meeting on Saturday where applicants were interviewed. We had over 35 people, and by God's grace, we were able to come out with 5 names. Yes, everybody's case was important. We critically looked at all the issues, and we had to explain that yes, we're just starting, but we have to start with just these 5 people. These are really, really extremely critical situations, and I'll be calling them out in a moment. The first person would be Ada Odemena. Is she here? Ada Odemena. Now we clap for her, please.
Bring it on. You bring it on. You see the ratio. The beef self na me go.
Ada, congratulations.
So bring your own crayfish.
We're just going to give a little background on how we arrived at that decision.
Before that, when you don't have a home on over your head, where you sleep, you're a restless person. A very, very restless person. And that is why the first before food is a home. Go on.
Okay, Ada Odemene is our partner to start with. Can we clap for her? Very hardworking young lady, but she had to find herself in an uncompleted building. The reason being that her husband suddenly disappeared and left her.
Possibly because of lack of money.
We don't know what the reason will be, but you can see that she's expecting, and so we thought it wise that a young lady like this should not be left vulnerable. So that's why we came up with the decision to give her
Do you think she deserves a home? Do you think she deserves a home? It is not we that are saying, they are saying you deserve a home.
She deserves a home.
Yeah.
The reason being that
Happy
she's
for
a
you.
P1 partner. She deserves a home. I would clap for her. Okay, another partner that has qualified is Mr. Olatubosu Olowe. Is he here?
Olatubosu Olore.
Are you here? Can we clap for him, please? Mr. Olowe, congratulations. Mr. Is He's a married man with 3 children, a partner of the Pwan group, who has been separated from his family for like how many years? 3 years? 3 years. The family lives, the wife stays with the mother, with her own mother, and her 3 children in a room apartment. Mr. Oloye stays somewhere around Eputu in a gate house. In a gate house. They've been separated for 3 years. In fact, when we called the wife said she had not seen the husband for 6 months. She came to Ajah side like December to see the man. And because accommodation has separated them. Because of accommodation. It's not that they're fighting. We have to call the wife. Are you fighting with your husband? He said, no. What is the issue? She told us exactly the story. The man told us. And she didn't know the husband was in the interview. And so Mr. Oloye has qualified to come together with his wife and live under one roof. Courtesy of the P1 home for all partners.
Hello, DJ. Please be looking. There was a day my husband and I slept with him until morning. Night came, we didn't have anywhere to go, so we sat down with one mala throughout the night. And I remember that my husband was eating the man's biscuits, and I was getting scared. How were we going to? And then the man said something. He said, Madam, leave him. Now food, they hungry, leave him. Leave him. So God is going to unite this country. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. I went to school in the north, and I've stayed with Northerners. They're very accommodating. I don't know what is going on, but wherever it is, the Lord will turn it around. Amen. In the name of Jesus.
The next qualifier is Mr. Abdul Karim Nuruddin.
Abdul Karim Nuruddin.
Are you here?
Are you here? Abdul Karim Nuruddin.
Mr. Abdul Karim Nuruddin.
Is he here?
He's not here. Is he here? We can't see him. Okay. Mr. Abdul Karim Nuruddin has a similar story to Mr. Olatubosun. Separated from his wife for many years. Not because they're fighting or quarreling, but because they just can't get an accommodation to be together. So he qualified for this scheme. The next person is Mr. Hilary Oj. Is he around? Honorable. Honorable, are you here? Can we clap for Honorable?
Where you from? What you do? Just as long as you're chasing money, do what's right, never give up on.
I'm sure you cannot believe it.
Bring it on, are you with it? No matter how you try, don't you ever fall. Keep your head up high, standing tall.
Mr. Hilary Oj is a very hardworking young man. He's actually a security man in a church. But this man has a lot of passion and fire in his bones for this business that we're doing. He's a married man with a child. But the house where he is living has been sold over his head. And so he's not certain right now where they're going to be living. But what is a little bit pathetic or touching about his case is that his salary is 22,000 where he works. Right now he takes home 12,000 naira because he took a loan to do operation for the wife, a CS, and so he takes home 12,000 naira. And Mr. Nuruddin is a partner of the P1 group. Does he deserve a home?
Yes, he does.
Mr. J. Hilary is a partner of the P1 group. Very hardworking. So we just thought it wise that this man deserves to have a home. Congratulations.
The baby is just 3 months old.
It's just 3 months old. And they don't know where they're going to be going.
They deserve a home.
They deserve a home. Woo! Finally, it's Mr. Egwatu Daniel here.
Egwatu.
Mr. Daniel Egwatu.
Take a look at me now.
Coming here. Wow! Can we congratulate Mr. Daniel Egwatu? Can we clap for him, please?
Where you from, what you do, just as long as you chase
Congratulations,
money,
Mr. Daniel.
do what's right, never give up on it. Bring it on.
You can see this young man. I've never seen anything like this. This young man is the first of the first. The Lord is taking you somewhere. We all have stories, okay? You heard our daddy's story, we heard our mommy's story. We're not ashamed to tell our stories, okay? Because we know the God who's taking us to where we're going to. He is the first of 6 siblings. Mr. Daniel Egwatu made the sacrifice of allowing his younger ones to go to the university while he stays back paying their fees. He has aged parents who are not too well to do, are not well to do. Let's put it the way it is. But this young man came to Lagos in search of an opportunity and stumbled upon the Pwan Group opportunity. He was squatting with somebody until it was difficult to continue squatting, right? He had to move to Ibadan, University of Ibadan, to begin to squat with a student while he operates the Pwan business from Ibadan. In fact, in the morning when we were doing the interview, he came all the way from Ibadan with his bag for the interview. It is obvious that Mr. Daniel is a young man going somewhere. We're not going to allow him to die going from Ibadan to Lagos to do this business. So we just felt this man deserves a place. It's not asking for too much. And you see, when you see a genuine need, you will know. When we ask Mr. Daniel, what kind of accommodation are you looking for? We expected him to say, I want a 5-bedroom duplex, or a 4-bedroom duplex, or a safe, or whatever. He said, I just want a place, anywhere I can lay my head. A room, he just said a room. The way it is.
I just want a place that a human being can stay. That's what he said. I can accommodate a human being. So that really touched me. Just to lay your head and go up.
So you can see we have genuine need of accommodation here. Mr. Daniel Egwatu, we congratulate you. You have qualified for the home for all parties.
These houses will be given out this August, right?
We will first of all get an agent to, then we tell us, where they be. We get an agent to secure it. And
So we'll get an agent to secure a place
before the end of the month.
before the end of this
And before the end of the month, the budget is already available. It's just to get somebody who is a real estate agent. Because in Pwan we don't do accommodation. So we get somebody who does accommodation to find a place, working with them, we rent the place for them. And I want to assure you that before the next summit, they would have all moved into it.
Now, together with my wife, the group managing director, we initially called this Home for All Partners. But after this interview, we realized that it's not just the partners of Pwan business opportunity that need this benefit. So we are decided now to change the name to Home for All Members. Home for All. Home for All. Consultants, partners, and anybody to apply. And we can only give out 4 of this accommodation in a month. That's what we decided to do. 4 of this accommodation in a month. And it will be recorded and videoed for documentation sake.
Please, sorry, let me correct Mr. Chairman. I don't think we said 4 a month. We said before the end of this year, we'll be giving out 12. We're going to give out 4 now. We'll give out 4 in October and 4 in December. And then from January next year, we would increase it. But for now, that's what we're going to do between now and the end of the year.
It's part of the P1 group community CSR, corporate social responsibility.
So by next year, we will increase it as the law gives us enablement. Yeah, so at this point, please, I want to call all the managing directors of P1, all the ED, please come up, please come. Let's take a group picture with these people. The MD, Julius, the next time you come for my summit, it's going to the beach.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
My superstar ambassador. Prince City. Everyone ambassador around. Is there any other ambassador here? Chinedu, please join us here. Come and greet our people. I want to tell you people something. I'm really, really very excited. You know, if there is one person in this life, if there is one person in this life who has really gone through situations, it is me. I remember one day, somebody prophesied into my life. I didn't know it was a prophecy. The person said to me, don't worry, Mr. Jane. The stone that is rejected by the builder will become the chief cornerstone. I was upset with her. Of course, I was not a Christian. You know, I don't have understanding of scripture as I do today. You understand? I remember that at times my father would send message to Lagos. He would send to my younger ones and tell them to tell me. And I would just go inside my house and I would be crying. I remember when we were looking for 300,000 naira. That 300,000 was like everything in the world. If we can just get 300,000 naira. Before we could get 300,000 naira, somebody else entered the house. And I entered the house that day, I wept, cried. I really, really cried. I was like, somebody has taken the house. We have not been able to make 300,000. Just 2 weeks after that, we paid rent 980,000 naira. Just 2 weeks after that. You see, I want to tell you people something. Ada, Hillary, Olowe, right? I've been a Christian now for some time. There is one thing I know for sure about God. He never sleeps. It is just a process of time. What you are going through is a process. You see that baby in your womb? You see that baby? He or she is going to make you smile. Every time you carry her, you will be smiling. But that child will not be born in an uncompleted building. She will be born in a home. You will open the door and enter, say this is your house. Okay, don't cry. Okay? Okay, the Lord is your strength. He will neither leave you nor forsake you. Congratulations. I was so excited when I saw her in the list as the number one person. I was picked. But while everybody else is just one, you can see she's double. Right?
I also want to use this time to let all the other people that came for that selection process to know that they are still on the list. But we selected these few because the panel that selected them saw them as the most critical at that moment. So we will still be completing the list, and we will still be giving out as the Lord giveth. Pictures, please.
Gracias.